Hello and welcome to I Should Say That Out Loud. I'm your host, Donna Brandell. I have so many exciting things to share with you today. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet, so let's get started. But first, I always forget to explain what my show is about. Did you catch that? That's where my teleprompter is in my brain. But anyway, I always have things going in my head that I don't know how to say out loud. Like I just did. Like I know what my show is about and I can't even explain it. That's why I always forget to explain what my show is about because it's so hard for me to explain. I am a late diagnosed autistic woman. That's the bottom line. And I have a lot to say, but I keep my thoughts to myself oftentimes because I struggle especially in social situations, to put my words together, to put my thoughts together, and to say the things out loud that are in my brain, even though there's a lot going on in my brain. So I just end up being quiet a lot, and people think I'm just this shy, quiet person, which I am, but I'm not. Once I get comfortable in the situation and I am able to collect my thoughts and speak them out loud, it gets easier and easier as the event goes by. Until and or unless there's sensory overload or people overload, and then I can start to retract and get back into my brain again. So there is no one side of Donna. There is no kind of Donna that you will see all the time. I'm always ebbing and flowing with my energy level, with my thought processing abilities, with my delayed processing abilities, and that's why I love this show, my podcast, because I can take my time, put my thoughts together, say them out loud, delete and erase all of the gaps. So you don't have to wait forever for my thoughts to compile. What you see is an edited version of me taking a long time to look up in either direction to gather the thoughts from my brain, to allow my body and brain to put the words and the thoughts together, to say the words out loud to you. And it might look like it's easy for me, but holy cow, it's not. It takes me many, many pauses and gaps and and looking up there to get my thoughts. So there's the long story short of what my show is all about. And my show is not just about me. I realized that this morning. I was trying to think of what my next podcast episode would be about, and I was having some writer's block, some podcaster's block. And then I was thinking, well, what do I do when I have writer's block? I always ask myself, what's on my heart? What am I thinking about right now? I had to quiet myself and just tune into what emotions I'm feeling, what thoughts are going through my brain, what input I've had lately between other podcasters and YouTubers, and what I'm learning in school, what I'm doing at work, what I'm experiencing in my family and my relationships. And then the thoughts and the ideas start to flow, and then I have a lot to say. And that happened for me this morning with this podcast episode. I quieted my heart and my brain, and I thought, what's going on in my life right now that I want to talk about? And I realized, wow, I have a lot of things that I've been listening to and thinking about that really go together. And once I sat and thought about them and actually wrote them down for once, just this brilliant, beautiful idea came to me that I hope you agree is a beautiful, great idea, because I want you to be involved in it. So let me tell you what it's all about. First, I have to tell you about my t-shirt. You can't see it very well. I guess I didn't have to put this piece of paper over it, but I have a new logo for my second book that I'm editing right now, and this t-shirt has my new logo underneath this piece of paper. Sorry if it's loud and annoying, but I don't want to reveal it yet because I'm still editing my book and I have to make the cover and publish it. It will be available for pre-sale coming up in the next few weeks is my hope and my goal. And I will be revealing this logo to you very soon. But in the meantime, I just wanted to kind of put a teaser out there that I have this amazing new logo. It's the I Should Say That Out Loud logo. But why I wanted to share it with you today is because it's not just about me. It's not just that I want to share my thoughts out loud with you. I want you to share your thoughts out loud with me and with the world, with each other, so we can build this community and get to know each other better and get to understand each other better and help each other better and help the world understand us and help us better. So, how are we going to go about that? First, I have to tell you my thought process as I put this idea together. So one of the YouTubers that I listen to is Taylor Heaton, and she has a podcast called Mom on the Spectrum, which I love because I am a mom on the spectrum as well. And I love to get her tips and advice for parenting and raising kids with autism as an autistic mom. There's a lot there. So thank you, Taylor, for what you do. But she recently said in one of her, I don't know if it was recent, I think it's one of her older episodes that I was listening to, and she was explaining about autistic people in the workplace and how we copy and paste as we learn. So we copy other people's behavior and then we paste it into our behavior. Kind of a neat phrase to help other people understand how autistic people learn. And I do that all the time. And I'm going to do that in this episode and in the future, in this idea that I'm coming up with. So thank you, Taylor, for that. And it's not just Taylor's ideas. There are so many other podcasters that I've been listening to lately that have given me some really big ideas lately that I want to put them all together now. So I'm going to copy and paste a whole bunch of other smart people and podcaster and YouTubers' thoughts and ideas into my idea. That's what we do in life anyway, right? That's how we learn and grow from each other. So one of my favorite YouTubers and thinkers in the world is Jordan Peterson. And he says this in many of his episodes. I can't just point to one. I've heard it so many times from him. But he says to do things or learn to do things 10 times faster so that you can become more and more productive. That's really hard for me because I'm a perfectionist and I like to do things well and right. And I like to follow like an already proven set up path to doing things. But YouTubing and podcasting is so new, maybe not new to everyone, but new to me, that I'm still figuring this out as I go. But in order to follow Jordan's advice and do this 10 times faster, I just need to go for it. And I've had this idea, so I'm going to put it out there and see how you respond. Next, I've been listening to the Justin Root show. And I found his show because I'm a fan of Carol Burnett, and she is in the opening scene of my second book. Her Instagram page had an image of the Justin Root show and him doing an episode on her, so I tuned in. And I really enjoyed learning about Carol and all the, holy cow, incredible amount of information he knows about her. But what I learned from him is that he said that he is his own producer and he makes his show all by himself without any help. And he handpicks who he will interview, and he interviews people in person, and he is very thorough and does an amazing job. But that just made me realize that I am my own producer. And I'm like, well, how do I go about being a producer? I don't even know how to do that. And then as I thought about it more, I realized I have been being my own producer for the last several years that I've been doing this. That's probably why it's taking me so long to figure this out. But now that I've been watching more other podcasters and YouTubers, and I'm putting this copy and paste theory into practice, I'm realizing, okay, this person does this and this person does this. I like those ideas. I'm going to try those, and I'm going to put all this together into this one new great idea. So thank you, Justin, for helping me see and be enlightened that I am my own producer. And the good part is that it gives me freedom to do my ideas and just go for it. So I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to keep watching and learning more about Carol Burnett because I am a super fan of hers. I can't wait to share my crazy Carol Burnett stories with the world in my second book. But anyway, next, I have to go back to Jordan Peterson because, like I said, he's one of my favorites. I listen to him very often, but I recently tuned into one of his newer episodes with Dennis Quaid. And Jordan and Dennis were talking about how actors are made famous nowadays and how Hollywood actors are not the big deal anymore, how it's YouTube and social media that creates stars nowadays. And that just made me realize I work with kids, and when we pick TV shows to watch, when they pick TV shows to watch, they don't pick TV shows, they pick YouTube shows. And so when I heard Jordan Peterson and Dennis Quaid talking about how stars are made nowadays and it's on social media and YouTube, I realized, wow, that is so accurate. And not that I'm trying to become a star or anything, but I realized, okay, my show, I should say that out loud, it is kind of like the morning show. It's kind of like the late show. It's kind of like the midday soap opera. It's kind of like the sitcom because that's what people tune into nowadays. I mean, there's still other great networks and series streaming services, which I'm so confused about, and I don't use them myself. If my family puts that on, great, I will watch it. If it's up to me and I had to put those on, this is embarrassing to admit, but I don't know how to use any of it or set it up. I would, and I have just picked up a book. I have so many books to read. So if it was up to me to use streaming services, I would never watch anything. I would just read books. But I do know how to use YouTube on my phone or, on the computer. So I do watch YouTube all the time, even though I can't figure out the streaming services. So then I thought I better put my thinking cap on so I can figure out how to utilize this new medium, this new opportunity to put my information and my ideas into the world to make a bigger community. And like I said, not just share my thoughts out loud, but allow you and allow others out there in the world to share your thoughts out loud, to give you a voice so that you also can say, I should say that out loud. And I know where to go to do that. And I'm going to help you have a place to do that. So I thought I better put my thinking cap on so I can figure out how to put all of these ideas together into my idea and present them and make them happen like 10 times faster than I normally would in a perfect world. Thank you, Jordan Peterson. So I thought I better put my thinking cap on, but I don't have a thinking cap, but I do have a thinking sweater, and I'm going to put that on now. And this reminds me, putting this on, of one of my favorite shows of all time when I was a child, which is also in the first chapter of my second book. Mr. Rogers. And Fred Rogers, the host, he would come home at the beginning of every episode and take off his jacket, his like formal jacket, and hang it up in the closet. And then he'd take his comfy home sweater out of the closet and put it on. And then he'd change his shoes too. And this is my comfy home sweater that I love, and it's falling apart, but I can't get rid of it. So it has holes all along the collar. And it has a bleach spot. It's terrible, but I love it. I just love it. And whenever I feel like I need to like do some schoolwork or I just need to think about something, I'll put it on. Or if I'm just like feeling not myself, I'll put it on. And it's just a reminder of all the times I've worn it in the past, and it's comforting. So this is my thinking sweater, and I thought of some good things. Now I have to put my glasses on because I'm going to talk about smart things. They're dirty. Sorry about that. I'm taking a class, Intro to Sociology. Ooh. I'm finishing my degree right now, and I'm taking Intro to Sociology. So I have to look scholarly, do I? Anyway, I'm learning about the micro study of people and the macro study of people in my Intro to Sociology class. So I was realizing this show, my show, I should say that out loud, by myself, is a micro study of people. It's like a microscope of me. But I want to present the macro study of people, the macro world of people who are adult autistic people on the spectrum. Whether you are late diagnosed, you didn't know until your adulthood, but you have been autistic all your life, obviously, whether you're self-diagnosed, or whether you were diagnosed in childhood or adolescence and you've known all along and now you're an adult. I want to hear from you. I want this show to be a macroscope. This this screen that I'm recording this is a macroscope. Whoa. I'm so silly today. I don't know what's gotten into me. I'm just having fun with this because I have this great idea and I want to engage you and I want to bring you into my world. I hope you want to too. I hope you agree that this is a fun idea and I hope you will engage with it. Okay, so I need your help. How can you help? How can you help me, help you, help the world understand autistic people better? I'm glad you asked. Thank you so much. Here's how it's going to work. So first, and I'm copying and pasting this from the kids' YouTube shows that I watch. I guess they're not all kids shows. Some of them are watched by adults, but the kids that I work with like them. So I am copying and pasting this from other YouTube shows that I've watched with the kids that I work with. First, I need you to subscribe to my channel so that I see you, so that I can get to know you, so that I can pull your name out of a hat, right? Next, if you would comment your response to my questions each episode, I will pose a new question at the end of every episode or maybe at the beginning. I don't really know yet. But either way, if you have a response to the question that I put out in any episode, I'll put one out at the end of today. I already know what it is. Then put your response in the comments. And then I will collect all of your comments, all of your responses to my questions, and I'll put them into a spreadsheet. I love spreadsheets. I love data. I love research. And I am excited to see how many of you out there have similar comments and different comments. Are you as excited as me? I can't wait to tell. I hope that you are. So comment your response in the comments of the episode that you are watching that has that specific question. Or if you want to comment on something random, comment on that too. Tell me what your topic is, and then tell me what your question is, and then tell me what your response is. And then I can put that out to other people in a future episode. And then anyone who reads the comments can respond right away too. And I can tabulate that as well. I will just make spreadsheet after spreadsheet. It's unlimited, right? If you want to remain anonymous when I reveal your responses, put that in the comments too. obviously your name will be in the comment, and your name might be like code, but you might not want to even share your code name when I share your response, and I will respect that. But if you want to be even more private, you can email me your response. Tell me which episode you're responding to, or if it's just a general comment, question, idea, or response, then it doesn't matter which episode you're commenting to. You can email me and let me know your thoughts. And then again, let me know if you want me to share your name with your response or leave your name out. So my email is ishouldsaysthatOutloud@gmail.com. I know it's a little long, but it's just the words spelled normally, all one word. ishouldsaysthatOutloud@gmail.com. And I will put it right here for you so you can see it easily. Next step, so subscribe, comment, and or email. Next step, watch my upcoming videos so that you can see what the question of the week is, and so you can comment on that or email on those so that I can tabulate your information and your responses. Finally, let me know if you would like to be a guest on a future episode. Just because you let me know that you would like to be a guest doesn't mean that I will be able to have everyone on as a guest. But I'll see how it goes and see how this process develops and see how many people I can have on my show as guests, because I would love to, again, give you a voice and help you share how autism has affected you with the world. And that can be creative. You can be on as a guest through writing your thoughts, just like I said, through the comments or emails, or you can be on as a guest with your image, and then you can write in the chat what your responses are, if that's more comfortable for you, because I know writing my answers to things is so much easier than speaking out loud when I'm with people. Or if you're comfortable enough to speak out loud, like live interview style on my show, then we could do that. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I can edit the interview and make it look and seem like it's flowing naturally and easily. And even if it doesn't flow naturally and easily, that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I am learning. And I want it to be real and authentic anyway. Okay, I'm getting too warm. I have to take this sweater off now. And let's get our thoughts out and say what's in our brain out loud to the world. Would you like to do that with me? Please let me know. I'm excited to hear. I can already see the spreadsheets flying in my brain. I'm imagining spreadsheets with wings, a bunch of them. Not sure if I said this yet, but send me your comments and suggestions and ideas for future questions for future episodes that I can ask for people to respond to with your comments and emails. That's a lot of steps. Subscribe, comment about the episodes you're watching now, comment or email, watch upcoming future videos for more questions. Let me know if you want your name to appear when I share your responses. Let me know if you'd like to be a guest on my show in the future. And then let me know your comments and ideas for future episode questions that I could ask our community. That's it. 6 things. And this is going to become a macroscope of autistic adults. How cool is that? I love it. So today's question is, do you have a piece of clothing that is falling apart or stained or full of holes that you just love so much and you don't want to get rid of it, like my sweater? Tell me what the piece of clothing is, why you love it so much, the memories that you have from wearing it, and why you just can't get rid of it. Also share like stories of other people who are asking you to get rid of it, who don't understand the importance of that piece of clothing and what you've done to protect it so they don't get rid of it on you. or for you. What have you done to protect your valuable, beloved piece of clothing that's falling apart? Has someone thrown away your favorite piece of clothing that's falling apart? What happened? Like, did it cause an argument? Did it cause dysregulation? Did it cause a meltdown? Did you get a new replacement piece of clothing that I'm sure wasn't the same and didn't help anyway? Share those thoughts and ideas, and I would love to hear the stories and share them in a future episode. I don't know if it'll be the next episode or weeks down the road or months down the road. I don't know yet. I'm just figuring this out as I go, trying to go 10 times faster than I normally would. And I'm excited that I think it's going to be really fun for me and for you, hopefully, and fun for the world, who I would love others to tune in who are not autistic so they can learn more about us and how to love us, how to help us, how to understand us better, how to treat us, how to respond to our meltdowns and our overwhelm and our sensory overload, and help us to engage together in the world better and have a thriving atmosphere of family and friends. So, you know what? I should say that out loud. And I did say that out loud. And I'm glad that you did. And now I want you to say that out loud, whatever it is that's on your mind. Share your comments with me in the comments below or at my email. And don't forget to subscribe. I will do giveaways in the future because I'm copying and pasting that from other YouTubers too. This new logo underneath here, it's going to be on some stickers. It's going to be on other t-shirts that will be available. Eventually, I'll have a store where you can purchase the size that you want and the style that you want and the colors that you want, the color options that you want. But in the meantime, I'm planning for some giveaways. So subscribe to be in on that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening all the way through to my wacky ideas, because I have a lot of them. And thank you for making this so fun. I'm having a blast. I hope you are too. Tell me, please, let me know. Ciao at you next time. Oh, no. Ciao for now. Talk to you again. Again. What rhymes with again? Ciao for now. I'll have to think of a rhyme for that. I'm not sure. I like the ciao for now. Because we'll see each other again, right? Help me out. Do you have any ideas of how to rhyme with that? Ciao for now. What's the follow-up to that? And then that could be my sign-off. We'll do this together. Thank you in advance. Okay, ciao for now. Bye-bye. Stop.